So the way I see basketball training, we should shift our mindset a bit. In most workouts, we ask ourselves, how many reps did I get up today? But instead, I think the better question is, how many decisions did I make today? Yes, of course, we need reps, but we get that already in pretty standard training. There's really no decision to be made, really no situation to be read in any of the reps. Dribble here, make this move, then take this shot. Because when we're playing, it's a constant cycle of reading, deciding, and then acting. And in most training, we only get that third action part of it. And I honestly think this is why many players experience that problem where they get into the game and they just can't seem to transfer their training into the game. It happened to me, it happens to most players. And I think that's a result of standard basketball training where no decisions are being made. So I'll dive into 3 steps of how you can start implementing this into your practice. Step 1, and a lot of you guys aren't gonna like this, is just finding others to work out with. This doesn't need to be every single time. Yes, you can still work out on your own, but if we want our training to transfer to the games, we will need other people in our workouts because basketball is a team sport. We're always playing against and with other players. So there's only so much we can do by ourselves if we really want that to, again, transfer to the game. Because decision making and adjusting is a skill. And we need to train this just like we train our handles or our finishing or our shooting. If you're only training by yourself against the air, you're learning how to do stuff, but not when. And not how to read these situations. Because if you look at any of the best players at most levels, they're the ones who have just played a lot since they were young. They've learned how to pick up on these minor reads and make the best decisions. And this can even make up for a lack of skill. So this doesn't have to be the perfect workout partner, I promise. Yes, that would be ideal to find someone who's slightly above your skill level, that wants to go hard, etc. But in this world, nothing is perfect. So we have other alternatives. This could be your little brother coming out to give you audio cues, which is something I'll talk about later. Right, not bad. This could be really anyone that's just willing to play defense on you and have you pick up on certain reads, even if that defense is pretty bad. Now, step 2 is identifying the decisions and the skills that you need to work on. And this is the easy part, right? We all kind of understand what skills we need to work on. We've kind of analyzed ourselves, analyzed our players if we're a trainer or a coach. So we understand what skills we need to work on in these live situations. And an interesting way to think about this is what decisions we have to make. So if we're not very good at getting downhill and deciding whether we dump it off to the big or lay it up, this is a decision we want to implement in our training. So keep these in mind, write them down, because step 3 is going to build off of these. And that 3rd step is just being creative and finding ways we can rep these out in live situations. This is where it really gets fun, but again, it takes some creativity. Want to work on one dribble pull-ups at different distances, directions, and more? There's a lot you can do for that. First step, footwork. Maybe do a drill where your feet are locked in place, and when you move your foot, you've got to go downhill. So we're working on being efficient. Changing speeds. Make it so you have to hang that ball until someone points in either direction, and then you go that way. Pick and roll situations, just put yourself in those situations with as many players that you have. Want to work on a move? Just play one-on-one out of that move and with the counter. I could go on and on, but this is the fun part of training. Coming up with engaging, interesting ways to incorporate the skills that you need to work on in these live situations. Now, if you get in these live drills and you see that you really need to work on something, so let's say we're doing a drill where you only can finish off of 2 feet. You get in that live drill and you literally have no idea how to finish off of 2 feet. Then we can pull you out of that live situation, make it comfortable for you, rep it out a little bit, boom, put you right back into that live situation. And you're learning how to make these decisions as you're continuing to work on that motor component. But overall, I'm a huge believer in making more decisions as we train, making more of our drills live, and this is what's really gonna transfer into those games, I promise. Let me know if you have any more questions. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at ByAnyMeansBasketball for a lot more, and check out our Mastery Hoops platform where we talk about this a ton.